Hello, welcome back. This is Shannon and this is Ophelia's Magic Box. Thank you for stopping in. In today's video, I want to start these recordings about my event dreams. This first dream is about faith. It is about trusting in your light, trusting in the power of your light and what you're here to do. Don't be shaken. So in my dream, I was at a sort of a party, I guess you could say. It was this big, large, two-story white house along a river, big, giant oak trees, maple trees in the yard. Lots of people, music, food, just a good time. I tend to dream about the same locations, so I've been at this house many times in my dreams. This one having to be a little bit different. So anyhow, I go into the house in my dream and I notice this really pretty, quaint painting on the wall. And the painting is of a New England style little salt box community right on the seaside up on the bluffs. And there's a salt box style white church with a big tall steeple and a cross at the top of it. And the church sits right on the bluffs. So the road that comes into town kind of goes along the bluffs and then it comes out around the church and then back alongside. So the church is the only thing, let's say, on the left side of the road along the bluffs. On the right side of the road is where this beautiful, quaint little village is. Very sunshiny, very pretty, seaside, sun sparkling off the water, really pretty. So I go back out and out having fun, doing my thing, and I take some drugs from somebody. So I took some pot from them that had been, turned out it was laced or dipped in something else. And I started to really not feel so good. So there were this big line of portalets. So I went to the porta potties to use the bathroom, and I got sick and I threw up, and then I passed out. And I was in the bathroom in the porta potty on the floor for like, in my dream, for like 4 hours. And so I wake up, but when I woke up, I was totally out of it, and I was seeing like completely through my third eye. I was seeing through dimensions at this point in time. And as soon as I stepped out of the portalet, I noticed that there was an entity of sorts. I don't know if it was just spirit or if it was a demon. I don't know what it was, but some sort of entity jumped into someone near me, and I saw it right away. I saw that it was not them. I saw that there was an entity, and I saw the entity itself glaring back at me and kind of snarling at me through the eyes and the face of the other person. And so as I walked away and tried to get away from this was interesting, and I moved, and as soon as I moved, the entity jumped from that person into another person. So basically, as I was walking along, the entity continued to jump and move with me and ahead of me, and just really harassing me and trying to scare me. Nothing really more than that. But I went back into the house because I was really upset, and I walked past the painting. And as I walked past the painting, I noticed that this time the painting had changed. And so the community was still all nice and quaint, and it was still in the sun, but the ocean itself, there was a bad storm coming. The sky had turned black, and the sea was really churning and turning up in the painting at this time. Just very ominous things are coming. Like from the Never-Ending Story, you know, the nothing is coming, the nothing is coming. It just sort of like that. So I left the house to go back outside, wandering around some more. Same thing happening. This entity is still sort of chasing me around, trying to get away from it. I go back into the house. Again, this time I'm really distraught. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't know who to talk to because I can't seem to go to anybody because everybody that I go to seems to be taken over. And so I go back in the house and I look at the painting again, and the painting has changed. And this time the sky is completely black and the sea is just boiling in turbulence, and it's crashing, and it's awful. And at this point, I see the painting in my mind. Through my third eye, the painting is in motion. You know, it's like a big moving picture. So the sea is just going crazy, and there's a big, giant tidal wave that has reared all way up, and so it extends up over the cliffs and extends up over the church, and it is about to crash into the bluffs and just sweep the church away. And it would have been able to go, it was so big, it would have been able to go and sweep out the village as well. But the village was still in the sunshine, and it was still happy, and the church still sat on the bluffs, except that the church sent out this beautiful golden lasso of light from the cross on the steeple. And this lasso of light, without any fanfare or excitement or getting all geared up or reared up or anything of the sort, just a simple lasso of light came out from the cross on the chapel, on the steeple. And it went out across the ocean, and it grabbed a hold of the top of the wave, and it held it at bay. And it just held it there. And no matter how hard it struggled, and it lashed, and it fought against the lasso, and it pushed, and it was determined to break against the bluffs and sweep everything away and cause destruction. It was gnashing and gnarling, just like the entity had been at me from the guests. The water continued to try to fight, but it couldn't. It couldn't. The church had it held at bay. The light had it held at bay. The faith of the light workers had it at bay. The faith of the people held it at bay. And so without big fanfare, the light simply held the wave and kept everyone safe. So for me, this dream was very much about don't let things shake you, don't let things scare you, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter what comes at you, no matter what form it comes at you in. Don't let it in. Keep your protection up. Have faith, steadfast faith. Shine your light. Shine it for all to see. You are safe. You are protected. And the job that we do here in this capacity is very important. So thank you. Thank you for listening. The next dream that I'm going to talk about is going to be probably the next one. So the next dream will be about the return of the Watchers, and the goes along with this theory that that ships are going to come and people are going to go on the ships when entities begin to land. That some are saying, oh, you can come and check out the ships, you can come and visit, and then you're free to get off. Or maybe some people are going to get off the ships and they're going to temporarily move them or whatnot. I'm not sure, but in my particular dream, getting on that ship is a very, very bad thing. So we'll do that dream next time. Thank you so much. Thank you for visiting. Check out my shop on Etsy, OpheliasMagicBox. A lot of the wands have gone up. I still have a lot more that need to go on there, and I'll start doing some videos soon and show you those products that I have created and ready to go. They're excited to come to see you. So thank you so much. I will see you again soon. Good night.